Hello, this is a pretty spectacular game played between 8 players on IGS where Black was trying some cosmic style with some jumps in the middle early on, and eventually he managed to confuse White and kill a bunch of stones on the left side to win this game by 43 points. That's a pretty large margin, so let's check what could have been done better. The beginning is very normal. Black attacks the top, but actually it's a bigger priority to approach the lower left corner in order to prevent a Shimari. But it's not such a big difference in percentage to attack the top left corner. Black can also play San directly, but his plan is to go for outside thickness, so it makes sense to Kakari from the outside. N17 is a nice move, absolutely fine. The usual moves are attach in the corner or extend back to K16. But a tight move like N17 or O17 to put more emphasis towards the corner, it's also fine. White played the Shimari in the lower left corner, very calm. This Shimari can be played also to space high. But here White can already consider an approach at O3 or inside Kakari R6. Well, Shimari, it's fine. Then Black takes away the extension, which is a good direction of play. Here Black can also play tight O3, but nothing wrong with this. Now White naturally splits the right side, that's a good move. On the right side, White can also consider approaching the corner and then extend to the middle of the side. This order of moves is good too. Because this way, Black has the option to attack from the right and push White towards the top where Black is already strong, and then also block the corner in a very natural way to put some pressure on White's tiny base. Actually here, if this happens, Black should consider to expand the bottom side. Another way to develop the bottom is to attach, pull back, and then go up. This is a better way for Black to set up the Moai on the bottom side. Looks pretty impressive to have this kind of potential. So back to the original game. Now Black is playing the first fancy move this game, and normally if he wants to try something in the middle, should be a cap move like P10. Then when White extends towards one corner or the other, Black will just simply cover and go for the center. But in general, this is not a very consistent strategy because it's really difficult for Black to build so much in the middle. So this can oftentimes just fail for Black. Now playing away even one space further doesn't put enough pressure on White, so White can easily extend one way or the other, which actually happened. This is good. Now Black is playing a fancy Kosumi like Takemiya. That's a nice move to see. This actually works quite well with his O10, but White still looks good to grab territory. Now instead of slide locally, White can invade the corner R3. When Black blocks, White simply connects. So there's more territory in the corner for White this way. If White blocks R4, Black separates R4, White will simply push Q3, then Black has to play O3. This is the common Joseki when Black started with the Kosumi at P5. Now if this happens and Black connects R5 in Gote, White extends towards the top. If Black plays away, like I don't know, expand the bottom side or Kosumi in the top right, White can always cut and it's safe on the right side. But right now White can also ignore and invade the top pincer. So overall this looks okay for White. White keeps grabbing territory and it's not so clear how much Black will build in the middle, so difficult to use that potential. So the first move I should consider here in a different way is to play San. Now Black jumps along to build the center. It's obvious this is Black's plan. White approaches the corner again, that's very good. Luckily, White can think about a move like Q8. This is a very nice formation on the right side. And first of all, Q8 prevents the invasion at R8. Then, if Black plays away, White jumps in the middle next, so the central plan disappears. Now, when Black blocks to enclose the middle, White can extend on the bottom at H3 to limit that center, and overall it's still good for White. If Black double up to enclose the box, white can San to reduce from the right side. And this is center, then white can approach towards the top right corner. And now simply extend on the left side to make his own moyo. In this kind of position, white has an advantage already. So r14, that's a good move. Locally, black should protect the corner r16 or s16, and after that think about the invasion at the r12, so white needs to defend. Playing a move like Kosumi makes n17 formation over concentrated, so in this case the Kosumi doesn't look so good. I mean, if n17 is in the middle of the side at k16 or k17, then the Kosumi is nice to set up a moyo, but like this, black will just end up korigatachi. Now again, white can think of a Sansan invasion. If black blocks and white connects, we can see that n17 is too close to black's thickness. Now if black separates, white can live in the corner very comfortable, and again it makes p15 just feel over concentrated. So like this, white is happy to scoop out the corner, and for black it's difficult to use the wall on the outside, especially now because it's facing white stones on the right. So this would be a good result for white. So white slides again, then black expands the moyo in the top. Now this kind of move feels a little bit desperate, trying to enter inside the top moyo. It's a little more pragmatic for white to play a move like d18, because from d18 it's easy to invade h17. Black will probably put pressure with a shoulder hit, then no b up, but later on white can just jump inside at h17. Now when you play h17, if black pincers, white can link under with the attach, and if black plays a move to separate, like this for example, white can just extend for a base in the top. Then of course black will get some small compensation in the top by taking one stone this way or directly, but white is center, white is still finding the corner, so can jump again in the middle. So now black has a wall, but it doesn't really function because white got the group in the top. So this kind of move shows that white is eager to reduce the top moyo no matter what. But white can keep playing territorially instead. So just go down first. Now if black plays another move in the top to secure the top side, anyway locally white can reduce by playing f18, then block, hane, and connect. So white is going to be like 20 points or so on the left side, and black in the top is pretty much the same, but white is center, so white can reduce from the right side and then extend. I really like this h3, it's a big point, then extend on the left side. So you really don't have to panic when you see such a moyo, because in the end it's not going to be that large. Now black's defense here, it's not so great. Normally black should play a keima in order to keep connected, so when white pushes along, black can keep his stones connected and build something in the top. Playing a move like this leaves the gap at g14, so I can jump right away. Now if black pushes through, white will connect to the left side, and black still didn't enclose the top. If black pushes from the top, for example, white just comes in the middle. Now when black pushes this way, white connects, and again black has to find ways to protect the top side, and it's not going to be so large as expected. And also we can see that h13 got hurt. This jump is quite artistic, but on the left side, apart from playing g14, white could simply extend d10 to build the points there, so it's slightly bigger. Playing a move like this, it's not going to reduce so much in the center, and when black invades the left side, then the problem is that white risks to get those two stones in the middle to do nothing, just become neutral points. That's why it's slightly better to play a move on the fourth or third line to create or make more territory. This kind of jump, it's obvious that white wants to get into the center. It's not a bad move, but here white can play the Keima, and when black blocks, Hane, Nobi, bump, pull back, like this white reduces more. But again, white should extend on the bottom of the h3, it's really big. Black will probably block, then take the Sun, block again, and then extend on the left side. It's really big to make this area. It's about 50 points if you enclose everything. So this kind of move, black keeps the center. White should push along one time. If Hane, cut also, Atari, go out, Atari again, go out, Atari again, and connect. And now white managed to penetrate the top. So this jump, here white should pull back. And then when black blocks, white can Hane on the cut, Atari once, and then capture the stone. Now in this position, white can start a very nice co-fight with this double Atari. Then white just needs one big co-threat, for example the pip in the top. If black takes again, it's not such a big deal, he's just saving a couple of stones, but now the top disappears. Now if black defends the co-threat, white captures, and white is not going to answer any threat. Let's say black plays the pip, white takes another stone like this or like this, and then fight in the lower left corner. But already the bottom side became pretty much white. So Kosumi, then black is going down, but here black should just Nobi, because in this position white can cut. Then Atari go down, connect, turn, and clamp to connect up or down. So white keeps most of the territory on the right side, and also it's 1 foot in the center. Back to the original game. So Sun, black blocks, white goes down. It's not so important to play R2 at this stage. I mean, right now it's bigger to play H3. If black plays Hane R2, white blocks, Atari connect, and later white can capture Q2. If black connects, it's just got this, so it's no rush. This is the kind of move one should play in the endgame. The group on the right side, it's alive anyway. So right now, white should take the other corner. If black blocks, extend H3. If black blocks, just take care of the left side, or jump in the top a little bit. Then Kosumitsuke, and now extend the left side. So if you look all over the board, black has this kind of box and this kind of box. Not so much. I mean, overall, if we count, let's say the top is 30-40 points and the bottom another 15-20, so around 60. But if you just look at this side, it's 3 times multiplied by 19, that's already 57. So if white makes 10 points on the right and another 10 points in the lower right corner, that's another 20 points plus 60, 80. I didn't count anything here, but maybe another 15 points box. So close to 100, let's say for white, and black has around 60. So this should be a very good game for white. Alright, so black is trying to separate. Here white could push down, then connect, and on the Hane just go Sun. So much more solid shape. The capture is good. Now white has to leave on the right side. Instead of Hane, white should always turn R16 first. Now black connects and then double up. There's enough space for 2 eyes this way. And later on, white can play T18, or even now, because white is threatening to make 2 eyes, so black will always answer. But still, white needs a move like R12 to keep the eye shape. So Hane right away. Now here, if black connects solid R18, white will never turn at R16 in center. But going down, white can still use R16, no matter how black defends. White really needs R12 to stay safe. That's a possible move too, but still R16 and then descent. Okay, so if R16, now instead of playing R12, white can make more space playing Q13 or double up Q12. Then black will eventually block, and there's enough room for twice. It's more than 16 square on the right side. So this feels a little bit too conservative, but white managed to leave. K3 is no need. It's good enough to go H3, and when black blocks, white can jump under a P2 and still reduce the bottom area. In the end, black builds like 12 points. But anyway, the attach works too. White can no be first. On this Hane, black could cut and capture the stone. Now it gets tougher. This nob is good. Then white should push along at h3 to expand his eye space and trying to go towards the corner. And then a one space jump like n3 and then Kosumi. Now there's enough space to make twice here. And also black needs to separate, but then white can push again. Actually white it's already alive. And if black nob again, white doesn't care. It's really a lot of room for twice. So turn, extend. Here white can go up, O3. If black separates, white turns one time. And it's fine because the bottom group is alive, or just make eye shape like this to be more clear. Then when black turns in the corner, white no B. And there is also life in this area. Like this, black got some profit, but white is still connected. Actually here, black should just cover. And then white captures a call or connects. So this invasion eventually succeeded. And now white is center. So if you look all over the board, it's still big to play g14 or extend somewhere on the left side. Playing Atari here is less important, it's just an endgame. And now white went for a couple of extra points. Actually here black can fight the call. I mean connect here when Atari capture back. Playing this Atari, black discards 4 stones. But white doesn't have to take them right away. Those 4 stones are only 8, 9, about 10 points. It's still bigger to reduce the top first and the center. It's actually difficult for black to defend all this area and then increase the left side. If black connects here, for black it's also got it to save those stones. So when we look all over the board, white can grab more territory on the left side than just 10 points in the lower right area. In fact, white can go for the big left side. Now black is coming in. White should push one time and then extend on the second line to keep the corner safe. Well, with all these Ataris, black is actually helping white become thick. White should still push in center and then push along from the right because this is threatening to cut or enter the moyo. I mean, if black pulls back, white will push and cut. And if black defends, white goes into the middle. Play like this, white is just thinking to protect the left, but doesn't have so much impact in the center. Here it's safer to play Keima and then go up to stay connected. Of course, black will fight back and separate. So white didn't get so much in this fight. And now it's actually proper to connect solid in the center. Try to save one stone, got white into troubles here. This is a good tiger mount. Now, white has to keep the left side and forget about those stones in the middle. But already, if you look at the board, this middle looks quite impressive and also the top side. So all of a sudden, black is back in the game. Oh, luckily, black didn't play on the left side to separate here. So here, white can go back and protect. And like this, it's even better. That's a little bit risky. Okay, black sacrificed the bottom. No need. It's important to keep the left side connected. So play here once in center, then push from the right. At least now black can do anything to break the left side. And later play this kind of Hane. This is good because anyway black can cut, so black has to play here and white has to connect. But right now playing this move on the left side is bigger. A move here is not necessary because black is dead anyway. So if white plays like this and black is trying to leave, this is only one eye. So white defended where it wasn't necessary, but left the big dragon surrounded. Actually here white can jump, then push and cut. So now white is connected. Like this is still dangerous. Not enough ice space, so white needs to play something like this, but black will Hane Sente. Still difficult. Not easy to make two eyes now. Like that. Phew. Big escape. So this is a bit tough. How to make two eyes stuck? That's a center move. No way to escape now. White eye is big. So Hane. Atari once, very good. Then Hane. So black decides to sacrifice a few stones to kill the entire left side. That was a good decision. Now after this is dead, there is no way for white to come back. So actually one of the losing moves is just playing inside the bottom to kill the 3 stones, which were dead anyway. So it seems white got tricked in a local fight here. And now white should just resign the game. The proper way to defend this corner is the 2-2 point. Yeah, there is nothing to do to come back. Okay. White can play Hane in center, threatening a snapback, but it doesn't matter. The left side was just too big. Okay, white got that. And here we go. Ouch. So normally white doesn't have to panic when there's some kind of moyo and some weird moves played in the center. Just keep calm, grab the territory and look for some agi to reduce the moyo, but also keep an eye on the territory that you can build, not only the territory that you can destroy. I hope you enjoyed this review and punish this guy next time.